my eyebrows, they like, they decent, but like they need a little apping up. Anyway, do I really need these glasses on, or we can just take them off? Okay, let me focus. I feel so brand new to this. Okay. What's up, y'all? Welcome back to my channel. Welcome back to Babykeledits. My name is Miracle. I am the founder of Babykeledits. The last time I did like a face-to-face sit-down video like this was that exposing video. If you don't know the exposing video, I'll just pop it up and they'll be in the description box below. Hopefully I won't be needing to make an exposing video of nobody soon, in about a week or in about a couple of months or in about a year. Anyway, that's not the topic at hand. But in today's video, I'm going to be giving a tutorial of this graphic picture of the Fabulous Dancing Dolls. I posted, I think in not January. We in January now. In December or November. It's one of the two. I'm thinking it's probably December. Most likely it's in December. Yeah, of course it's in December. Anyway, the graphic picture is a picture of the Fabulous Dancing Dolls. Haley, Ashlyn, Naomi, Lauren, and China. I hope I pronounced everybody's names right, so please don't come for me in this section. You know I'm a Fabulous Dancing Doll fan too, so your other fans don't come for me. Anyway, but yeah, I made a graphic of them. I asked on my Instagram story, Babykeledits, if you do not follow me, please follow me for graphics and stuff like that. More to come, more to come. Anyway, back to what's at hand. On my Instagram story, I asked you guys if you want to see a tutorial of the edit on how to make it, and the majority of you guys said yes. So I was like, okay, cool. So I need to one day settle down and record this. So this is the day, and you guys are going to get it. So yeah, I'm going to be doing a voiceover. Matter of fact, I already recorded it, so I just have to go back and edit it so you guys can see, you know, so you can catch up. You know, I'm sorry y'all, it's been a minute since I've been in front of the camera, but I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, because you know this is not a one-time thing this year. This is consistency. You're going to be seeing more of these, like a lot. So yeah, bear with me because I'm kind of nervous. I'm not nervous, it's just that, anyway, enough about me, more to the end. So yeah, this is what I'm going to be doing in this video today. So if you have any more questions after the video, please comment them down below. If you have any questions, please do not hesitate. One thing I do notice that YouTube, they sometimes cut off my comments, but I don't know if that was because I was uploading compilations or something. I don't know, but hopefully they turn them back on. So hi YouTube, this is me saying please turn my comments back on. I am over the age of 18. Personally, honestly, I really think that this edit is like one of the easiest edits I ever did. I'm not gonna lie, it was definitely fun making it. Hopefully you can make this edit, you know, and if you do make it, post it, tag me at Babykeledits, you feel me? Because, you know, I'm trying to start a wave, you feel me? And let's hop on a wave together and ride it. Okay, enough of my goofiness. Yeah. But for real though, enough of me chatting, and let's just get straight into the video. Peace out. Let's get started with making this edit. I will be using my iPad to make this edit. You can use your phone if you would like, but the only reason why I'm using my iPad is because I can see better. This is a very easy edit. Like I said before in the intro, this is a very easy edit. But if you just so happen to have to pause the video, please do so. Do not hesitate. If you have to go back on a certain part of this tutorial, do that as well. The two apps that I will be using is SuperImposeX and Phonto. You can both get these apps from the Apple Store or the Google Play Store. The SuperImposeX app I did have to pay for, but they do have another Superimpose app that is free, so you can use that app as well. Alright, so the first thing you want to do is go ahead and click and get into the SuperImposeX app. Click the plus sign to start a new project. Hit color. Scroll down to the Instagram portrait, click that, and it doesn't matter what kind of color you have because you won't be using that, and click the check mark. Next, you want to hit the plus sign that's right underneath the layer. Click empty layer. And so once you have your empty layer, click transform. and you want to enlarge that empty layer. So after you enlarge that layer, you want to go to the first layer that you had before, and you just want to go ahead and delete that layer. And your background should look like this. And also, I won't be using my fingers, but you can use your fingers to make this edit. I will be using my Apple Pencil. So after that, you want to hit the plus sign underneath the layer that you just added and click Photos. Once you click Photos, you can pick out any dancing doll photo that you want to start off first. In this case, I pick Naomi, as you can see. Once you're done picking out the photo, click the check mark, and something might pop up. Just click yes or whatever the situation may be. After that, you want to click on Settings and increase the brush smoothness. Enlarge the photo so you will be able to see which parts you need to brush out or erase out. And then after that, just start erasing. Okay, so the reason why that I increased the brush smoothness is because when you're erasing, you want your photo to look as natural as possible. You don't want to leave any of the background out. You see how I'm brushing along the edges of her hair? See how natural that looks? You don't want it to look so, how can I say it? You don't want it to look so, hard, like you actually cut it out. You want it to look as natural as possible. When erasing the background, you don't want any cut rough edges. You want to make it look as smooth and natural as possible. And when cutting out the background, please do not rush. Like I said, please take your time when you're making this edit. It's fun, but to make it come out perfect, you have to take your time. And you see how smooth that is? Look at that. It looks so natural. Also, if you do have to go back and, fix something, like I said before, you can just pause this video or go back to the part that you need to go back on. And as you can see, half of the background is now brushed and erased out. You see how natural that looks? That's how all your cutout photos should look like. It should look natural. It should look fresh. You don't want, like I said, you don't want any rough cut edges. So the fabulous dancing doll pictures that I am using in this edit, I got these off of the SU Human Jukebox website. I will put that link of their website in the description box below, and I will display it on the screen. So after erasing the background completely, I zoom in and I notice that parts of her hair are showing some of the background. So I'm going to fix that really quickly. I want to show you guys how you can do that as well. So you want to click on editor down at the bottom and click on brush. You want to scroll over and click smudge. You want to click the second one and you just want to start like smoothing that in, like smoothing the color in. What that is going to do is going to like shade it in and blend the color of her hair in to make it seem like that's, you know, the volume of her hair. You might not tell a difference now, but once you keep shading and blending it in, you will see a difference. And that's me, you know, changing it to the third brush because it's harder. And I like to go back and forth with the brushes because once you pick the harder brush, you know, you can, you know, really tell that you're shading it in. But with a softer brush, you can, you know, blend it in to make it, you know, seem natural or whatever. And you see how that looks now. It kind of looks a little better. But the idea and the goal is to make it look like it's her hair. And with this part as well, you want to make it look natural as possible. You don't want to darken it too much, but, you know, you want to make it look natural. You see how that's blending in? That's what you want to do. And to make this come out perfect, just do it in one direction. And when you do this, just stroke your pencil or your finger in one direction so it can look smooth. Now, in some parts, you might have to do another direction, and that's totally fine. But, you know, to get that smoothness, that natural look, just do it in one direction. And you see how it's darkening up? That's the goal. That's what you want to get. And you see how I'm doing it in the other direction so the color can come, yeah. And now, as you can see, those parts that needed to be shaded in, they look exactly like her hair. So after you're finished with that, you can go ahead and click the check mark, click transform, and decrease the size of the photo, and you can move it to the side. Doesn't matter what side. And then after that, click the plus sign, and then choose your next Fabulous Dancing Doll photo and get started with erasing the background. So it's not much for me to say until the next very important part. So I'm just going to be doing the same thing with the rest of the photos. So I'm going to be doing a time lapse. So like I said, if you need to pause the video to do this or go back to a certain part of the video, please do not hesitate. Do that. And yeah, I will talk to you guys whenever the next part comes up. Alright guys, I am back, and now we have finally removed the background from each photo. So next what you want to do is you want to adjust the size. As you can see, it's kind of like a medium size for each one of them. So after you adjust the size for each of the pictures, you want to click on Naomi because Naomi is going to be the center photo. The reason why that I put Naomi in the center is because on each photo you see how they pose and with their robes covering their uniforms. Naomi is the only one with both of her gloves out, so that was the reason and the only reason why I put her in the middle. So yeah. But yeah, you want to go ahead and just get each of the dancing dolls as you see in the edit and just adjust them and put them in their places. So as you can see, I have finished placing each photo evenly out. On this part, you want to take your time, don't rush. You just want to make sure that all the photos, or at least to check it to see if one of the photos are not bigger or smaller than the other ones, unless it has to be. So now we're about to start on the background. You want to hit the plus sign and hit color to add a new layer. Scroll down and hit the Instagram portrait. Click color and you want to choose black. So once you do that, you want to expand that layer that you just added and you want to tap on the layer and drag it down to the bottom so the rest of the photos can be shown on top of that layer. And what I like to do is I like to go back and check to see if any of the background from each photos are still shown or left out. And if it is so, then just go back and erase it. I think it's one. Yeah, it's one right there. It's a good example right there. I'm gonna brighten it up so you can see that. So you just want to make sure there's nothing left out. Okay, so this next part is what's going to bring the background to life. So on this part, you want to pay attention. It's not hard, but you just don't want to miss anything. So what you want to do now is that you want to click the plus sign again and pick color again. Scroll down back to the Instagram portrait and hit color. And the colors that I chose for the background, I guess like the highlight part, is blue, like this purple fuchsia type color, and green. But the first one we're going to be doing is blue. So once you do that, you want to expand it just how you did like the back, just how you did the black background, and you want to hold it and drag it down to the bottom so the pictures can be shown on top. The next thing you want to do is down at the bottom, you want to click on mask and make sure that it's on erase. And what you want to do anywhere on the photo, make sure that the layer is still blue. Just click on the blue and just anywhere hit erase and click invert and erase that blue mark that you just made. After that, you want to switch it to restore. And where Haley head is, you want to just go ahead and just color like a little blue, not a little, but just like a blue. You see what I'm doing, so just shade in like a blue area. It doesn't have to be that big or whatever, but just make sure that it's shaded in all the way. Alright, so this next part is when the magic happens. You want to click blur/shrink at the bottom, and on the first one, you just want to, where it says blur edges radius, you just want to like put that towards kind of in the middle, and then the second one more blurry. That's how it's really going to come to life. That's just me shrinking it a little bit because I just thought it was too big or whatever. Like I said, you don't want it too big because I still want some of that black background to show. So I'm going to be doing the same thing for the next two colors. So this process should really be self-explanatory, but I will break it down to you again. So what you want to do is add another layer, go to Instagram portrait and go to color. And this next color, it doesn't have to be perfect. You know, this is just something that I just made up. I want it to be pink, but I want it to be like a little purple. So whenever you do that, it doesn't matter. It doesn't have to be the exact same color as mine. Just express yourself through this edit, really. So once you're done that, go ahead and click the check mark, expand that background, and just go ahead and tap on it, hold it and drag it down. What you want to do, click erase one part, invert it, and erase that part that you just did. And this color is going to go in the center, so what you want to do is go ahead and shade that in a circular motion in between Haley and Ashlyn's head. And do the same thing. Click mask. Well, stay on mask because you're already on mask. Just hit blur/shrink and blur edges first and then more blur. You don't want to blur it out too much because you still want that color to show. So, yeah. Alright, so now we are halfway through with making the background. Now this next part, you definitely want to pay attention. So what you want to do next is go to the layer tab at the top. And then click the plus sign. Next you want to hit empty layer. Go to transform down at the bottom and expand that empty layer. So the next thing we are about to do is add the palm trees in the back. And like I said, we want to pay attention to this part. So down at the bottom, you're going to see editor. You want to click on editor, click on brush, and click the effects brush. So this has like different, like, I guess stickers you can say, like hearts and different trees and stars. But like I said, we're going to be using the palm trees. So you want to scroll over until you see the palm trees. So palm trees is right there. You want to click on that. So after you click the palm trees, you'll see that it's already on a setting. It's like red and it has like different types of palm trees, but we're going to change that and I'm about to show you how you can change it. So just erase that if you did it. Click the settings tab that's at the bottom at the right, and you want to click the color and you want to change it to black. Once you've done that, increase the brush size and then click on the little box that's at the left corner. Not all the way at the bottom, but it's at the bottom right, above present. And so as you can see, there are like tabs that are highlighted blue and it shows the palm trees. You won't be needing all those palm trees. You just want to use one type of the sticker. So as you see, when you tap it, it goes gray, which means that it erases off. So like I said, you're only going to be using one, and you want to use that last one that I just picked. So once you've done that, just tap anywhere on the screen because you want to disappear. And yeah, you can just tap it one time. And sometimes it might show up gray. Like some of them are going to show up gray, then some of them are going to show up black. Make sure you don't do the gray one. You want to do the black one. See how it showed up gray? You don't want it gray, you want it black. So just keep doing it until you get the black one. Alright, so now that we have the black one, you can go ahead and click the check mark. And next you want to click transform and you want to expand it. And you see how it has like kind of like white edges or gray edges. You want to change that. We don't want that. But before that, you want to erase the shorter palm tree because we're only going to be needing one in this edit. Alright, so to get that grayish white type border that's around that palm tree, what you want to do is you want to click filter and you want to click basic. And the brightness, you just want to go into the negatives. You see how that changes it? And the grayness will disappear. And make sure that you erase like all of the, I have it on white so I can see which parts that didn't erase all the way. But yeah, make sure on brightness you go into the negative and it'll be all the way black. So once you do that, you want to hit that layer and drag it to the bottom, and you see that the palm tree is right behind Ashlyn's head, and you just want to adjust it some. You don't want it too big, you want it too small, you just want it, just right, kind of like how you did all the dancing doll pictures. And to add the other palm tree to make this process easier, what you want to do, you want to click the layer of that palm tree that you're using now and hit duplicate layer. And as you can see, it has those gray edges again, so you just want to go back and do the same thing. Hit filter, hit basic, and decrease the brightness. Once you do that, you want to hit transform, and you want to flip that layer vertically so it'll look the opposite way of the palm tree that we just did. Alright, so now we are completely done with making the background, and now we're about to head on to the last part. So with this part, like I said, you want to pay attention. It's easy, but you know, you just want to make sure you get everything right or whatever. So you see how the bottom of the dancers' pictures are like cut off? We don't want that. So we wanted to make it look professional or whatever. So what you want to do is you want to click layer and hit color. And once you hit color, change the color to black. Go to Instagram portrait and change the color to black. And once you're done, click the check mark. Increase that layer. Go to mask. Make sure that it's on erase and not restore. So anywhere, just erase it, invert it, and erase that part that you just marked. So what you want to do is, first we're going to start off with Lauren and China's pictures, since they're right beside each other. So what you want to do is you just want to shade in a line. Just shade in. Make sure it's thick enough, but not too thick. But it should be thick though. Let me not say that. It should be thick, but not too thick though. So just shade in a line. Make sure that you're covering up everything. And what you want to do is you want to hit that layer and you want to drag it behind Naomi. Make sure that that layer is on top of China and Lauren. So with doing this stuff, it's going to give it that professional look and that gradient look instead of just the cut off, you know, parts of their pictures. You know, you want to make it look, you know, professional or whatever. And then you want to click blur, shrink, and you know, the way that we did the background, you do it the same way as these layers that we're doing now. You don't want it to blur out, but you want to make sure that the bottom of that picture is still covered up. And now for Naomi's part, to make it easier so you won't have to go back and do it, you just want to click that layer that we just did and you want to duplicate that and put that layer on top of Naomi's picture. Once you do that, you want to adjust it. Make sure the bottom of the picture is still covered up. And yeah, that's really it. I'm just going back and, you know, making sure I didn't miss anything or any of the background is still left out. We completed picture part. Now we just have to go and add the text and stuff, and that'll be it. So before you save the photo, I want to show you how you can get the transparent background for the text that we're about to do. So you want to go into PixArt, hit the plus sign, scroll all the way down, and you see the little square checkered photo. That's what you want. That is the transparent background that you want. And click save and done. Once you finish from there, you want to go into Phonto, click the camera that's right in the center, hit the photo album, and you see the first white photo at the top. That's your transparent. And then when it turns black, that's how you know it's transparent. So after that, you want to tap anywhere on the screen and add text, and you want to type in Fabulous 5. Once you do that, you want to hit font, and the font that I'm using is Shrimster. I got this font from thefont.com, so you can get that for free. So you want to click done and put it in the middle. After that, you want to click on style. It's already on text, so click create color pattern, and the first tab you want to have it green. So have it green. The next one is already on a fuchsia color, but I kind of adjusted it a little bit so it can match the background. And then the last color you want is blue. So after that, you want to hit character by character and gradient with the arrow going down. So that'll be the first choice that you see, and you click on that. After that, you want to click apply, and then you want to click on style. After that, we want to add a shadow, and the color of the shadow that I use for this is going to be like a turquoise or dark blue type color. Honestly, I think I changed it. Yeah, I did change it. It's kind of the same, but it's a little bit brighter. So yeah. And you want to make sure that alpha is 100. After that, you want to click done. And you want to click move and make sure that it's centered. After that, you want to click save as PNG. So after that, you want to head back to the Superimpose app, hit the plus sign, hit photos, and hit the photo that you just saved from the Phonto app. After that, you want to adjust it and add the text right below Naomi's picture. And make sure that the photo is not too big or too small, but you know, just the right size. And after that, that's it. What you want to do now is at the right top corner, you want to save it, save the photo. And once the blue check mark shows up, we're completely finished with it. So yeah, your photo should come out like this. And thank you guys for watching this tutorial. More tutorials are coming soon, so please make sure that you hit that subscribe button, hit that notification bell to keep up when I post more tutorials. So thank y'all for watching. Peace out.